Shit Talker Black. Now, I will get back to me, my mind, and the Valentine vine. I am listening to Vampires of Consciousness, Reverend Phil Valentine, and this is part 1 of 3. I do not know if I can get to all 3 of them. I wanted to do this for the Valentine month to bring it out to the Christians who are into their Valentine bullshit. They try to choke the fuck out of me. I'm going to finish this, see how long it takes. I'll go to the next one, but I know this will be my last video. I am going to force an override of the program that the adjustment bureau reading to put the programs back in the house that these programs were gone. So I'm going to force an override to see if it will work. I don't want to cause confusion with it, and because I can force the override, but the handler can get into anyone who is in the house and can cause confusion, and I don't like to cause confusion, especially not in someone else's house, because it will all be my fault, because they are not going to, and they don't seem to comprehend what I am telling them about the adjustment bureau and how they come in and adjust things. So I stopped talking about it, the Kinsey syndrome. I stopped talking about it, I am mostly just in my machine or playing or sewing or doing a scene, and now I have even found another site, almost like YouTube, and I put my doll scenes there. And I always wanted to do like silent movies, this, like silent moving picture show. I wanted to do something like that, the way I would not have to type, nor do I have to talk through the video, because it's only me. And when I talk for a man, wow, I don't want the male dolls to, no one to say, oh, you are gay, that's why I am going to make the clothes, because the clothes you buy for these dolls are so damn tiny. One day, my dolls were sitting there. They were working or whatever. Most of they were sitting, because if they're working, then they have on work clothes, And someone came by and said, "Oh, that's a thought." And when they said that, the doll fell out the chair. When they said it, the doll fell out the chair. And at the time, I was just putting the clothes on that they had, so they didn't have no underwear on. And someone said something else about them, so I decided I do not want anyone to say that my dolls look like dots or they are dots, so I put them on clothes. I made them clothes, and I'm going to put the videos together to show, all the clothes that I made for them, that they do not have to look like a dot, because they are dolls. They do not have to, I don't have the same thought as the makers of the dolls, I have something different for them. I don't even really call them dolls. I call them targets, individuals. They are TIs. That is mostly what I call them, the TIs. Back to me, my mind, and the Valentine vine. Vampires of Consciousness.
Be advanced by deceit and lies. These only bear fruit after their kind. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. The cause of truth and piety cannot be advanced by deceit and lies. They bring fruit after their kind. And this is exactly what this society reflects today. We have been eating on the fruit of religion and Christianity. We have been nurtured by this voice, and so every part of our thinking process has been polluted. Everything that you learn in school, everything you go to science to study, everything you go to the medical schools to study has been tainted, was started on the lines that Christianity planted.
Yes. A form of mind control.
Man and the salvation of man through Jesus Christ is a monumental fraud. There is no Jesus Christ. Never was a Jesus Christ.
Well, not a Jesus Christ, as it is written literally in the book, but it is also encoded in the book. So there once was, and it was HiRAM, ABiff. Now it is just us.
And I say that
HiRAM, ABiff. We are the descendants of HiRAM, ABiff, so now it is just us. In Acts 5:30, I think it's Acts 5:30, you will read that they hung just us on the tree.
with all Us.
Us.
We redeem ourselves from our
Yes.
stupidity. We redeem God. God don't redeem us. You understood who God was. God.
Well, I am black. I had to stop it. One day they are going to choke me to death and I will have a smile on my face. He said about society. There's a movie called Gamer. In that movie, they take this, they put the dad in jail. It's all about mind control. As soon as it starts, and it's military, and no one even has to tell you, like, break it down. They just show it to you. It's all about mind control. So they take the man and throw him in jail, and I think they call him Cable. Not for sure. Anyway, so his wife is still out in the world, right? And they go and they take her baby. And she goes in to try to get her baby back. And the man asks her where she works at, and she says she works in society. So they show her going to work, and she goes in and they change her clothes as though she is an avatar. There was a time when it's like they had taken all the color out of San Diego. It is still gone. People used to wear orange, even the guys, they were orange and yellow and bright colors, because the sun is here, and really pretty colors. And now they are in all these dark, drab colors as though they are mourning and don't even know it. So I was at my son's house, and my son's neighbor brought her daughter out. She had on all black, and her daughter had on all black, and she had the hoodie on her daughter's head. And I'm like, no, now they are Mexicans. You do have to watch them. They know how to take that shit and put it on your ass. So, but I did not think she was like that, So I thought about it, and after she went down the stairs, I went back into my son's house. I got on my machine and began to really research that shit. And it comes to find out they are assimilating people to have you dress a certain way. A lot of females think, oh, these are my thoughts to be on Instagram and showing my ass and twerking and showing my ass. They think that shit is their thoughts. No, this is all of their thoughts. And they show you in the movie when she goes to work in society. And a lot of people feel as though they say that they live in society. Society is the worst place to live. But anyway, they dressed her in an avatar and put her pants up her ass and all kind of shit. And then they had her, and there was so many of them there that were using computers to move these people around. And the people say they work in society, so you get paid to allow them to move you around as though you are an avatar. They can do that shit for real.
Some kind of something like this. Whoa, where you? Reverend Valentine lost it. We civilize God. Only we can understand morality. Can you talk about morality from a God that just wiped out a continent of people praying Christianity?
That's true. My Abba said that an unrighteous man cannot, an unconscious man cannot make a righteous decision. He cannot because he is unconscious.
On the vine that Christianity planted. The fall of man and the salvation of man through Jesus Christ is a monumental fraud.
It's a mockery.
There is no Jesus Christ. Never was a Jesus Christ.
We heard that.
25 years after his assumed presence on earth, when Pompeii blew up and wiped out that whole city.
Pompeii. That is something in the Bible too. I know it was the flood, and then there was something else, but that is also in the Bible, Pompeii. And I watched a documentary on Pompeii, and they were all gay over there and shit. That's why they were wiped out. Will be wiped out too with all this gay shit going on. Even nature will soon possibly give herself an abortion and abort us all. Who knows?
God is. It is an unfeeling, unthinking, unconscious.
God is an unfeeling, unthinking, unconscious. Therefore, God is apathetic. That's why all the females over there in these Arab countries, they are crying to Allah. Allah does not hear them because they do not know that they are Allah and they must stand up for themselves. And the only way to stop them from bombing your place, you have to get rid of them the same way here. The only way to stop them from using mind control, directed energy, having perps, and just fucking up our chives, we have to get rid of them. That's why they put them in a case, because they had to get rid of them. And if the Egyptians had never went to find them, wow, our lives will be so different today. There will not be not 1 million, none melanated man around. Not one mankind around. Not one pink Neanderthal. They wouldn't be nowhere. The earth will be filled with melanin. And we will be terrible people. We will not be killing each other.
Entity of force. That's all you can say it is. That which we are is God in acknowledgement of himself. We put the stabilizing energy into God.
Yes, sir.
It is us that will redeem ourselves from the ignorance and our ignorant acts.
Yes, sir.
Isaac de Causebon, the ecclesiastical scholar, quoted in Taylor's Diegesis, page 44, as well as in Gill's Hebrew and Christian Records, volume 2, page 19, and writes, "It mightily affects me to see how many there were in the early times of the church who considered it a capital exploit to lend to heavenly truth the help of their own invention, in order that their new doctrine of Christianity might be more palpable, readily allowed by the wise among the Gentiles. These officious lies,"
the Gentiles, are non-melanated ones. They are the Gentiles. It does not matter what nation you are. If you are not melanated, you are a Gentile.
they were wont to say, were devised for a good cause. Again, from Taylor's Syntagma, page 52, he quotes the Orthodox Christian scholar and Englishman Dr. P. Burnett from his thesis Du Statu Mortuorum. Quote, "He purposely wrote his thesis in Latin that it might serve for the instruction of the clergy only, and not come to the knowledge of the laity, because too much light is hurtful for weak eyes."
Yes, you heard it? Too much light is hurtful for weak eyes. And the movie The Crows, where did the crows go to? It went to your eyes, so that you could not see the light to blind you. And then when you give people light, it is too much for the eyes. So I have to just be quiet and keep to myself and talk to myself early in the morning when I do the videos.
He not only justified but recommended that most the consummate hypocrisy of Christianity, and urged the clergy seriously to preach and maintain the doctrine of secrecy, the reality and the eternity of hell's torments, to maintain the fact that there was a hell where there was
Hell's
not.
torment. There is a hell. We live in hell right now. We are all stuck here. Us and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren to come. We live in hell right now.
Even though they themselves should believe of no such thing in kind.
I don't believe I know.
This bullshit can be read by the work of Eusebius himself. And I wrote the word bullshit there. He writes a ridiculous story about a king named Akbarus, who wrote a letter to Jesus, and what Jesus wrote back in reply. This was in the Ecclesiastical Histories, Book 1, Chapter 14. Now here's a gem for you good Christians to check up on. Paul, the so-called apostle, admits to forging
You have 10
lies and
seconds.
deceiving for the sake of Christ. Let's turn to Corinthians 12, verse 16.
And we're all, so the next thing we will start with part 2. This is also an hour long. This is an hour long too, but I only saw them in 2. But 20 minutes of this was missing, and I'm sure parts was missing out of the one that I saw. Look at his ugly ass. He is just so ugly. This is Bobby Hemming. I hope he's doing a lot better because they had given him a stroke. And I wonder if he knows that they use directed energy to give him a stroke. They can do that. So this is my last video for today. I'm going to go to my my new page where I am now doing silent and moving picture shows with the TIs, and it also let me know that I guess it's just the Earthlings. The Earthlings come and they just listen and they watch and they move on or they come back. They don't let you know that they're there. So I'm really comfortable now. However, or whoever is watching these bits here on YouTube. And my daughter also, she says, oh, I go to YouTube and I watch all these videos. She said, and I never push a like or either comment. She said she does that kind of stuff on WorldStar though. She said that's what WorldStar is for. And everyone says that YouTube is like school. You go to YouTube to learn. So I said, okay, well, I feel comfortable with whoever the creepy crawlers are on my page, and I will stop calling them creepy crawlers. And on my new page, I just put it up, and 2 days ago, yesterday I opened it up, I had over 130 views. This morning it's kind of slow, but I have 200 views. So that's like 100 views per day. And but I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, I know what they're looking at. I don't know what they're going to think about it. It does not matter. I guess this is the end for today. Don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. I have to see if I can override these programs that we had under control. And the toilet tissue program still is not under control. Although I bought toilet tissue yesterday, things are still happening. So I need to get with the people in this house and see what we can do about these programs that are starting to manifest itself again in the house when we had got rid of them. And these programs will also bring about arguments and confusion, so we must get rid of them. So I say to you, thank you for Toda Robot for listening. La HiRAM, shit talk, La HiRAM out, shit talk out.